Hey my everythings, I hope that you all are doing well. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you would like to subscribe and get notifications, please feel free to hit that bell so that you can get those notifications anytime the new reads are being posted. This read is going to be for Cancerians. Cancerians, I'm seeing that a major influence on what's happening during the cycle of this read has to do with fast food, like food that's being processed fast or things that are being meant to nurture you are happening very quickly and very fast. And I'm seeing that the ego within the spirit of true self is seeking security and money, which is genuine to a human experience. So I'm seeing that the soul is teaching the spirit of true self some lessons. Those lessons are coming by the way of the soul teaching the spirit of true self a lesson about partnership and also power with the northern and the southern winds. With those northern and southern winds, I'm seeing that the soul is teaching the spirit of true self a lesson about weddings. So that could have to do with partnership, union, how it is that you've been influenced by the way of your community, and how it is that you as an individual navigate within your community when it comes to weddings, as well as Hollywood. So I'm seeing that during the cycle of the read, the soul is teaching the spirit of true self about how, Hollywood and weddings, partnerships within the community, how the community is developed, brought together, as well as, like I said, the power that maybe Hollywood has influenced on those experiences, as well as the wedding itself, the power that a union, I'm hearing a ritual, like a ritual of a union and people coming together in regard to a wedding may have on you, especially during the cycle of this read. Also, I'm seeing that the soul is teaching the spirit of true self a lesson about the perception in regard to conspiracy theories. So you have the eastern wind with conspiracy theories and the perception of that, then the partnership and the soul lessons that are being taught about weddings and Hollywood, okay? And like I said, the ego within the spirit of true self is seeking security and money. So it's kind of like the energy is coming through like, hey, like, how are we gonna pay for all of this? Like Hollywood weddings, how are we gonna pay for all of this? The spirit within, the ego within the spirit of true self is like, I want to be able to afford it all. There's the partnership, the community, of Hollywood, or the weddings that has been influencing everything that's going on during the cycle of this read. And when it comes to fast food, it's like, how is it being processed by the way of the community that supports what it is that we're doing, right? So you could be someone that's in Hollywood or someone that is just referencing things that are going on in Hollywood. Contribute to how it is happening and the way that it is happening and how money flows or is, being processed in regard to how things happen, right? So I'm saying that regardless of what's going on during the cycle of the read, the spirit of true self is trying to send you some messages because it's learned some lessons, right? So the spirit of true self is sending a lesson about the circle of life. With the circle of life, the spirit of true self is saying that I give you the blessing to accomplish what it is that you're going after, your quest, right? And then with the healing energy, Spirit is saying that I support you on the path of healing that you're going on. And then in addition to that, I'm seeing the moon energy where Spirit is saying that Lady Moon gives you the keys to the mystery of what it is that you are as a divine feminine power. So you may be a divine feminine, or You may be a divine masculine, balancing out your divine masculine and feminine energy during the cycle of the read. The gender is not specific, so take it as it resonates, okay? So the overall emotions or messages that are being sent during the cycle of this read, or that are being experienced during the cycle of this read, are for you not to be suspicious, because I'm getting a sense that, like, maybe someone is being suspicious, especially with the conspiracy theories energy, right? With the perception and how the soul is teaching the spirit of true self a lesson about perception in regard to conspiracy theories, right? So spirit is saying, like, not to be suspicious of things that are going on in regard to those types of things. I'm also seeing that an energy is coming through very strongly, that forgiveness is healing, right? Forgiveness is healing is the overall energy, in addition to the fact that, like, someone may feel like they need to forgive you, or you may feel like you need to forgive yourself for something, okay? I'm also seeing that opportunities are coming, so that's a good thing, okay? So clearly, if opportunities are coming, Spirit is saying for you not to be terrified. Don't be worried, especially in regard to conspiracy theories based on, like, what it is that you're experiencing during the cycle of the read. Also, I'm seeing for you not to be enraged. Sometimes this energy comes through sending a message, like, for you not to be enraged, especially in regard to how we have inherited rage by the way of our ancestors. Some generations, some cultures have inherited rage by the way of our ancestors, and your ancestors are coming through very strongly, like, saying that regardless of the conspiracy theories, regardless of what's going on with those people, don't be enraged, because you should not be irritated either. Why? Because this is coming through from a loving energy. It's coming through by the way of the source for you to know that you are good and that you are loved, okay? I'm also seeing that you may be in your own zone, or the message is coming through that someone else is in their own zone, and there is a sense and an energy of focus in regard to what's going on during the cycle of this read, okay? Then I'm also seeing for you not to be scared, okay? So this could have to do with someone overcoming some fears, or some energies that are related to, like, maybe you being fearful, or you being scared of, you know what I'm saying, wanting to forgive or moving forward, or you being scared could have to do with, like, those inhibitions of being able to move forward because of a lack of being able to forgive, okay? What I'm seeing is that regardless of those conspiracy theories and your perception of them, especially that you've accumulated during the cycle of this read, Spirit is strongly coming through and saying, don't be terrified, don't be scared, don't be irritated by anything that you're experiencing. Actually operate in an energy of you being in your own zone, you knowing that you're divinely guided, you're protected, and even if there is something by the way of your bloodline that others within your bloodline feel like they should be scared or fear, or that they should be irritated by, you operate in an energy of awareness that forgiveness is healing. So you operate solely in a healing energy. So none of those things that are threatening your peace of mind can infiltrate what it is that God has for you, which is peace. So if you are not familiar with how it is that I do my reads, I do them based on time. Time that has been offered or is available to me for me to be able to share the message with you. So thank you, as I am a diviner, an interpreter of time. The time that has been offered to me is the 5 of Rods reverse. The 5 of Rods reverse is representing no conflict. So where it is that energies may have felt like they could present to me or present to you some type of conflict, the offer that has been provided to me is peaceful resolve, right? I'm seeing that this is a force of intelligence that has made this offer, as well as it's not an energy of disturbance or to cause any type of pain or suffering. So thank you. Then the energy that I see you in is the King of Rods. The King of Rods is actually like an energy of someone that is operating as like a leader, a provider. The more specific wording that I would like to use is someone that is operating and navigating in an energy of providership. Like they are nurturing to the wellness and the security of the household, their family. They prioritize being a provider for those that they consider themselves responsible for, right? So as you are active in this King of Rods energy, the gender is not specific. You could be a male or a female. You are being received as like very innocent, very genuine in this energy, as well as operating by the way of your intelligence, because you don't seek to do any harm and you have an intention to move meticulously, because you know that as a provider for your family, or those that you consider yourself to be responsible for, even if you were a guardian, you're making these moves intelligently. You are operating in this energy during the cycle of the read in an intelligent way, so that nothing that you're experiencing is overwhelming, especially in regard to the conspiracy theories that, by the way of the cycle of the read, and the lessons that the soul has, incorporated for the spirit of true self to go through, that you are not in an energy of desperation where you are lost upon the energy of healing that is necessary, especially in regards to the circle of life that you're already a part of. So during the cycle of the read, I'm seeing you in this Hermit energy. That's the first card that I'm seeing. In this Hermit energy, you're not necessarily pulling away from people because you want to be distant or restricted or like, I'm better than y'all type of energy. It's more so like I'm taking the time, or I've been given the time to myself to be able to reflect upon who it is that I am, what it is that I want to become, what it is that does not serve me, and how it is that I can best serve the creator of all, right? So in this Hermit energy, you are reflecting upon your hills and your valleys, and you're intentional about what it is that you do next. So in this Hermit energy, you are being received as glorious, as magnificent, as delightful, and also attractive, because you have attracted this energy to yourself. You have attracted and you have manifested, and maybe to a certain extent you have prayed for and asked for this time in your life for you to be in revelation of awareness of what is glory for you, what is prosperity for you, what is abundance for you. And even as the ego within the spirit of true self is like seeking security and money, you as a spiritual entity and being, and also someone that's in tune with the moon's energy, that you're connected to the emotions and how they move and groove and why they are what they are and why they do what it is that they do. You have an awareness that, oh, my intention is not to be irritated even as I am growing and flowing and glowing through this time in my life. What I want to illuminate is illuminating how it is that I can grow and what pathways I have been able to move forward in gracefully, right, as a provider. So then I'm seeing you in this Queen of Pentacles energy. So in this Queen of Pentacles energy, this is someone that is financially stable, financially successful, financially secure, someone that makes good investments in regard to their finances, and also has the space and time to be able to invest in others in a generous way, right? You can invest in others because you also believe and see that you can be charitable in how it is that you move forward and what it is that you do with your money, right? In this Queen of Pentacles energy, you are being received as patriotic, very loyal and revolutionary in how it is that you invest your time, how that time has been invested in you, and what it is that you invest, like that you put your money into. what I'm seeing is that even as you are so vibrant and so fruitful and so like luxurious, right? In this Queen of Pentacles energy, because the Queen of Pentacles energy is somebody that got a lot of money, right? And you look like money, you smell like money, you feel like money, right? And what people identify that is naturally sometimes can come across as arrogance, though you come across as not insulting, not invasive, not aggressive, like nothing like that, is more so like graceful. And like I said, it's coming through from a place of loyalty, more specifically probably by the grace of God, which all things good come through, because as being believeth, so it is that they are, right? And so Spirit is pretty much saying, like, even as you're going through these experiences, you're processing these conspiracy theories, you're learning about humanity and how it is that they've encountered wealth and abundance and money, right? And then you're also seeing that being reflected through by the way of Hollywood and the power or the way that partnership is implicated by the way of the community and partnership, and you're learning how to navigate it as an individual entity regardless of your community. So let's talk about your future. The first thing that I'm seeing for your future is the Knight of Pentacles. So this could either be you or it could be someone else. Specifically, if this is the energy that's coming through by the way of you, it's just showing me that you're focused on your career, you got your mind on your money and your money on your mind, right? So with the Knight of Pentacles, it's just showing me someone that is ambitious and focused on how it is that they build up their finances and their money. And considering the fact that during the cycle of the read, you were in the Queen of Pentacles energy, and then overall, for you to get this read, you were in the Knight of Rods energy. It's just showing me like someone that's prioritizing their familyhood and their providership, and them being able to reflect on what it is that is necessary for them to be able to provide financially. Making sure that your finances are secure so that you can be in a strong king-like providership type of energy for your family. Like I said, the gender is not specific, male or female, take it as it resonates. So if the Knight of Pentacles energy that I see you in the future is just really simply someone that is focusing on and someone that is ambitious about building up their finances, okay? You're being received as like it's a universal energy, you know. Everybody's being focused on building up their wealth, their prosperity. You're also being received as like navigating it in a healthy way, okay? Some people, you know what I'm saying, get money in an unhealthy way. However, you're being received as doing this in a universally healthy way, as well as like it being really attractive and how it is that you navigate the way that you earn or how money is attracted to you or magnetized towards you or whatever, right? So then I'm seeing you in the Five of Pentacles reversed. The Five of Pentacles reversed is showing me like an energy of financial recovery. Like wherever it is that you may have had some debts, wherever it is that you may have had some losses in your life when it comes to your finances, you are recovering from that okay? All debts are cleared. Everything is paid for. And you ain't got to worry about how it is that you move forward, because prior to that, you were in this Queen of Pentacles energy where you mastered your financial stability and security. So in that Five of Pentacles reverse energy, I'm seeing that you're being received as like very fruitful, very manifested, very magical, though you're also like really quiet as kept about how it is that you've cleared away all of your debts, because there ain't nobody's business. It ain't nobody's business how it is that you did the work within and connected to God externally or internally to be able to overcome your financial challenges or whatever losses, to be able to overcome that, with or without their help, right? So in the Five of Pentacles energy reverse, what I'm seeing that you overcome is misery and being haunted by those financial losses. And those kind of things could have been inherited by the way of your bloodline. Though the thing about that is that you were chosen to be able to overcome those challenges because no one else is like you. You are specifically created and designed to be able to overcome those challenges, and only you know what it is that it took to be able to overcome those challenges. So if in some kind of way you inherited challenges in regard to financial instability, insecurity, debt even, you've also inherited the ability to be able to overcome that. And you don't owe it to nobody any type of explanation or whatever, because you deserve to be in this energy. And I'm seeing that it's because you were loyal and you had that energy that gave you the radical assignment to be able to overcome it. Let's talk about what it is that I see as far into your future as I can see, right? As far into your future as I can see is the Magician. The Magician energy is showing me that you have mastered being able to overcome and heal and recover from financial disruption, misery, or whatever it is that may have attached itself to your bloodline to haunt y'all, so that things were challenging or an issue for you, right? Things that may have made your bloodline or people within your bloodline scared of being able to move forward, unforgiving or fearful or challenged by the way of circumstances that, or terrified by the way of circumstances that may have been incurred when it comes to conspiracy theories, right? So you are being received in this Magician energy as like dreams come true. And with this dreams come true type of energy, you're being received as like believable. Like you believe that it was possible for you to be able to overcome this. God source energy gave you permission to be able to believe in yourself, endowed you with the energy, the wisdom, the might, the strength, and whatever it is that you feel like you needed to conceive to be able to overcome those challenges. God source energy believed in you because essentially you believed in yourself. So you come to this point in your future where it's like wishes come true. I've mastered over the challenges that I have inherited by the way of my bloodline, and with that I'm being received as genuine, as nurturing as most Cancerians are, and also attractive because I attracted this energy to myself. I ain't set myself up to be struggling, okay? Energies that I'm seeing that have influenced everything during the cycle of this read is love call. So there was someone that was expressing love, sending a message of love, thinking about you or informing you that there was love there. Then I'm seeing the engagement ring energy. With that engagement ring energy, there is someone that is showing like a sense of commitment, connection, like longevity within your connection, right? And then I'm seeing seduction. With that seduction, there is like an attraction, there is temptation, and maybe within the energy that you've been like I said, attracting to yourself, or the spirit within the spirit of true self, you needed to attract this kind of energy to you so that you can not only just overcome those challenges, they'll also put yourself on a pathway to receive what it is that you've been called to do. Then the last card that I'm seeing that could have brought things that has brought things full circle is the mask energy. Now with that mask energy, with what I am specifically seeing during the cycle of this read is that someone is being operated in that mask energy. You specifically are being operated within that mask energy so that you can protect yourself. Even as you have gone through the energy of the Hermit energy, where you're perceiving and overlooking and looking within the challenges, the hills, the valleys that you've overcome, and how it is that you stand strong in all of that, and how it is that you were able to accumulate and be in the Queen of Pentacles energy and be active in the King of Rods energy as a provider for not just yourself, though also for your family, right? You are understanding how it is that you need to protect yourself and have active boundaries as you are focusing, and you got your mind on your money and your money on your mind. And the reason why you are active in that is because you're universally in this energy where you are magically attracting and being quiet is kept about how it is that you are recovering and overcoming from whatever financial losses or material losses that you've experienced in this life or in other lifetimes, right? Because genetically and spiritually, we have inherited challenges by the way of our bloodline, and you're overcoming challenges by the way of your bloodline. So that is what has put you essentially in this magician energy, because not only have you overcome those challenges, though you've protected yourself, and you're active in this magician energy where you have mastered the situation or the circumstance. So to you, Cancer, I say congratulations to everything that you have amazing that's coming for you. I thank you all for joining me for this read, and I send you so much love, light, and healing energy, that you have all that it is that is within you and needed or required of you to do what it is that the Creator has asked of you to be fruitful and amazing and productive in this life. I love you all so much, and I thank you for joining me, and I will see you all next time. Bye.